to A Course in Miracles Live. Day by day, moment by moment, we're going through the workbook lessons of A Course in Miracles and letting Jesus show us the way deeper and deeper and deeper. So we've just come through some deep, deep experiences of the world I see holds nothing that I want, and beyond this world is a world I want. And today we go into workbook lesson 130. It is impossible to see two worlds. Perception is consistent. What you see reflects your thinking, and your thinking but reflects your choice of what you want to see. Your values are determiners of this. For what you value, you must want to see, believing what you see is really there. No one can see a world his mind has not accorded value, and no one can fail to look upon what he believes he wants. Yet who can really hate and love at once? Who can desire what he does not want to have reality? And who can choose to see a world of which he is afraid? Fear must make blind, for this its weapon is. That which you fear to see, you cannot see. Love and perception thus go hand in hand, but fear obscures in darkness what is there. What then can fear project upon the world? What can be seen in darkness that is real? Truth is eclipsed by fear, and what remains is but imagined. Yet what can be real in blind imaginings of panic born? What would you want that this is shown to you? What would you wish to keep in such a dream? Fear has made everything you think you see, all separation, all distinctions, and the multitude of differences you believe make up the world. They are not there. Love's enemy has made them up. Yet love can have no enemy, and so they have no cause, no being, and no consequence. They can be valued, but remain unreal. They can be sought, but they cannot be found. Today we will not seek for them, nor waste this day in seeking what cannot be found. It is impossible to see two worlds which have no overlap of any kind. Seek for the one, the other disappears, but one remains. They are the range of choice beyond which your decision cannot go. The real and the unreal are all there are to choose between, and nothing more than these. Today we will attempt no compromise where none is possible. The world you see is proof you have already made a choice, as all-embracing as its opposite. What we would learn today is more than just a lesson that you cannot see two worlds. It also teaches that the one you see is quite consistent from the point of view from which you see it. It is all a piece because it stems from one emotion and reflects its source in everything you see. 6 times today, in thanks and gratitude, we gladly give 5 minutes to the thought that ends all compromise and doubt, and go beyond them all as one. We will not make 1,000 meaningless distinctions, nor attempt to bring with us a little part of unreality, as we devote our minds to finding only what is real. Begin your searching for the other world by asking for a strength beyond your own and recognizing what it is you seek. You do not want illusions, and you come to these 5 minutes emptying your hands of all the petty treasures of this world. You wait for God to help you as you say, "It is impossible to see two worlds. Let me accept the strength God offers me and see no value in this world, that I may find my freedom and deliverance." God will be there, for you have called upon the great unfailing power which will take this giant step with you in gratitude. Nor will you fail to see his thanks expressed in tangible perception and in truth. You will not doubt what you will look upon, for though it is perception, it is not the kind of seeing that your eyes alone have ever seen before. And you will know God's strength upheld you as you made this choice. Dismiss temptation easily today whenever it arises, merely by remembering the limits of your choice. The unreal or the real, the false or true, is what you see, and only what you see. Perception is consistent with your choice, and hell or heaven comes to you as one. Accept a little part of hell as real, and you have damned your eyes and cursed your sight, and what you will behold is hell indeed. Yet the release of heaven still remains within your range of choice, to take the place of everything that hell would show to you. All you need say to any part of hell, whatever form it takes, is simply this: "It is impossible to see two worlds. I seek my freedom and deliverance, and this is not a part of what I want." It is impossible to see two worlds. And to support our lesson, our practice today, we turn to chapter 25, the justice of God, and to section 3, perception and choice. To the extent to which you value guilt, to that extent will you perceive a world in which attack is justified. To the extent to which you recognize that guilt is meaningless, to that extent you will perceive attack cannot be justified. This is in accord with perception's fundamental law. You see what you believe is there, and you believe it there because you want it there. Perception has no other law than this. The rest but stems from this, to hold it up and offer it support. This is perception's form, adapted to this world of God's more basic law that love creates itself and nothing but itself. God's laws do not obtain directly to a world of perception rules, for such a world could not have been created by the mind, to which perception has no meaning. Yet are his laws reflected everywhere, not that the world where this reflection is real at all, only because his son believes it is, and from his son's belief he could not let himself be separate entirely. He could not enter his son's insanity with him, but he could be sure his sanity went there with him, so he could not be lost forever in the madness of his wish. Perception rests on choosing. Knowledge does not. Knowledge has but one law because it has but one creator. But this world has two who made it, and they do not see it as the same. To each it has a different purpose, and to each it is a perfect means to serve the goal for which it is perceived. For specialness, it is the perfect frame to set it off, the perfect battleground to wage its wars, the perfect shelter for illusions which it would make real. Not one, but it upholds in its perception, not one, but can be fully justified. There is another maker, capital M, of the world, the Holy Spirit, the simultaneous corrector of the mad belief that anything could be established and maintained with some link that kept it still within the laws of God. Not as the law itself upholds the universe, as God created it, but in some form adapted to the need the Son of God believes he has. Corrected error is the error's end, and thus God protected still his Son, even in error. There is another purpose in the world that error made, because it has another maker, capital M, who can reconcile its goal with his Creator's purpose. In his perception of the world, nothing is seen but justifies forgiveness in the sight of perfect sinlessness. Nothing arises but is met with instant and complete forgiveness. Nothing remains an instant to obscure the sinlessness that shines unchanged, beyond the pitiful attempts of specialness to put it out of mind, where it must be, and light the body up instead of it. The lamps of heaven are not for mind to choose to see them where it will. If it elects to see them elsewhere from their home, as if they lit a place where they could never be, then must the maker of the world correct your error, lest you remain in darkness where the lamps are not. Everyone here has entered darkness, yet no one has entered it alone, nor need he stay more than an instant, for he has come with heaven's help within him, ready to lead him out of darkness into light at any time. The time he chooses can be any time, for help is there awaiting but his choice. And when he chooses to avail himself of what is given him, then will he see each situation that he thought before was means to justify his anger turn to an event which justifies his love. He will hear plainly that the calls to war he heard before are really calls to peace. He will perceive that where he gave attack is but another altar where he can, with equal ease and far more happiness, bestow forgiveness. And he will reinterpret all temptation as just another chance to bring him joy. How can a misperception be a sin? Let all your brother's errors be to you nothing except a chance for you to see the workings of the helper given you to see the world he made instead of yours. What then is justified? What do you want? For these two questions are the same. And when you see them as the same, your choice is made. For it is seeing them as one that brings release from the belief that there are two ways to see. This world has much to offer to your peace and many chances to extend your own forgiveness. Such is its purpose. To those who want to see peace and forgiveness, descend on them and offer them the light. The maker of the world of gentleness has perfect power to offset the world of violence and hate that seems to stand between you and his gentleness. It is not there in his forgiving eyes, and therefore it need not be there in yours. Sin is the fixed belief perception cannot change. What has been damned is damned and damned forever, being unforgivable. If then it is forgiven, sin's perception must have been wrong. And thus is change made possible. The Holy Spirit sees what he sees as far beyond a chance of change. But on his vision, sin cannot encroach, for sin has been corrected by his sight. And thus it must have been an error, not a sin. For what it claimed could never be, has been. Sin is attacked by punishment and so preserved. But to forgive it is to change its state from error into truth. The Son of God could never sin, but he can wish for what would hurt him. And he has the power to think he can be hurt. What could this be except a misperception of himself? Is this a sin or a mistake, forgivable or not? Does he need help or condemnation? Is it your purpose that he be saved or damned? Forgetting not that what he is to you will make this choice your future. For you make it now, the instant when all time becomes a means to reach a goal. Make then your choice, but recognize that in this choice, the purpose of the world you see is chosen and will be justified. So how beautiful. Yeah. This is a reminder of the lesson. This is in accord with perception's fundamental law. You see what you believe is there, and you believe it there because you want it there. Yeah. It's that song, if you want it, here it is, come and get it. You know, you do get what you want. Prayers are answered. Uh, they always said, be careful what you pray for, because you might get it. And now we're learning from Jesus, be careful what you pray for, because you will always get it. You'll get what you want. You get what you value. If you value heaven, if you value love, joy, peace, happiness, you will see reflections of that in the world. If you value hate, guilt, fear, pain, suffering of any kind, you will perceive reflections of those beliefs and thoughts. So that's sweet. That's the secret of salvation is but this: you are doing this unto yourself. So now today we stop doing it unto ourselves and start and completely claim the innocence that is ours, that is our inheritance, our eternal inheritance. So I have a song from Svava. This is from her Light of Truth album, and the song is called Coming Home.
How can I do this? How can I make it? I need your help. I need your hand. Please tell me it's gonna be alright. Tell me that I am brave. You say that I am safe. my light. When I only see the light, a candle in the dark could give me sight in the night. Help me turn my mind to see only light. Help me turn away from thoughts that delay. Tell me that I am brave. You say that I am safe. I am safe. Tell me that I am strong. I am coming home. I am coming home. I am coming home. I am coming home.
Beautiful. Be blessed. Be blessed. Shine your light today and go forth. Remember the law of perception. It is impossible to see two worlds. And then remember, what do I want to see? Yeah. Do I want to see the Holy Spirit's version, perspective on the world, or do I want to see the ego's? Because the choice is mine. My mind makes the choice. Okay.